Hello, everyone. Welcome to the daily Antidote of Song, one sing-along every day from noon Eastern, free to join. Hello to those of you in the Zoom room with me. Hello to those of you joining on Facebook and YouTube Live. Today is number 1809. This week, we are focusing on women's history and Irish heritage. My name is Wes Waddell, he, him. I am from Seattle. I am an occasional song leader and host and someone who's very delighted to be part of this whole thing. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let's say hello to some people, starting with Deborah in Kentucky, Nan in Michigan, Jenny in Suffolk, Kathy in California, and Yehoda, British Columbia, Susan in Cincinnati, Arlene in Berkeley, Bonnie in Boise, make sure to say the S of Boise, Marion in the UK, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Marie Lynn in Hammond, Clive in Birmingham, Nancy in Washington State, I love it, Trish in Vancouver, Victoria, BC, Jamie in Victoria, Adele, Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts, Athena, Ruth in Birmingham, Sue in Seattle, just outside my door, Linda in Orcas Island, love it there. Picking up again on a new page, Benet in Berkeley, Carolyn in Boise, Baba Jim in Maryland, Bob in Albany, Kath, Mabel and Bears in Massachusetts, Linda in California, Neil in Boston, Gary in Massachusetts, Fred is here, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Bob in Massachusetts, Massachusetts is representing, Kathy in Colorado, Lynn and Cliff in Vermont, Tom is here, Jonathan in Rhode Island, Laris in the UK, Maggie from San Ramon, California, and let's say hello to our song leader today, Alex Cumming.
Hello.
I want to give a little intro here because I bothered to write it. Alex Cumming is a traditional singer, accordionist, pianist, and dance caller, originally from Somerset, England. As a solo artist and with groups like Bellwether and the Teacups, he has made his mark on the scene with a rhythmic and danceable accordion style, strong voice, and engaging stage presence. His digital presence is pretty great too. Alex Cumming.
Hello. I've never been complimented for digital presence before. I like that.
I'd like to keep it new here on the Daily Antidote. Fresh. Right? After 1800 days, we got to give you something.
I was going to say a large chunk of my digital presence, I believe, is probably Daily Antidote of Song, to be fair. So not 1800 though, but you know. So
yeah, so you got a song for us?
Well, I think I'm going to sing two for you today. I think.
Oh, fantastic!
I will start with this one. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. But with current events, the imagery of this song really came to my mind. It's a traditional Irish song, so it kind of fits in with this Irish heritage theme as well. It doesn't really have a chorus, but it does have a refrain line, which repeats the last line of each verse, which I can give you a little clue on. It will go... The first verse refrain is, chains, chains, while I languish in chains, in the jail of Clonmala. Give that a go. Chains, chains, while I languish in chains, in the jail of Clonmala. I'm just going to do it. How hard is my fortune, my vein is repining. The strong rope of fate for this young neck is twining. My strength is departed, my cheeks sunk and sallow, while I languish in chains in the jail of Clonmala. Chains, chains, while I languish in chains, in the jail of Clonmala. the village was ever yet milder, I'd play with my child, and my sport would be wilder. I'd dance without tiring from morn until even, and the goal ball I would strike to the lightning of heaven. Strike, strike, the goal ball I'd strike to the lightning of heaven. At my bed foot's decaying, my hurlbat is lying. Through the boys of the village, my go ball is flying. My horse amongst the neighbours, neglected may follow, while I pine in my chains in the jail of Clonmala. Chains, chains, while I pine in my chains in the jail of Clonmala. Next Sunday the patron at home will be keeping, and the young active hurlers the field will be sweeping. With the dance of fair maidens the evening they'll hallow, while this heart once so warm shall be cold in Clonmala. Warm, warm, while this heart once so warm shall be cold in Clonmala. Warm, warm, while this heart once so warm shall be cold in Clonmala.
Thank you, Alex. A little early in my time zone for accordion, but otherwise I have no notes. Um, so I can think of a number of reasons why you might have picked that to share with us, but why don't you tell us yours?
Well, as we have all been probably reading, the uptake of ice recently has been shocking and terrifying. And I think a bunch of the imagery of this old song from the 18th century in Ireland, it just shot back to what is happening now, and how scary and frightening it is that people who are completely legally here, people that are on the same visa that I am on here in the States, are being taken. That's it. And it's scary, it's maddening, it's frustrating. It makes me feel incredibly hopeless at this point. And it just makes me really angry, and it makes me feel fairly hopeless, because I'm at a point now where I'm starting to have in my brain, I'm now worried about standing up or doing anything or saying anything, or because there's people from Europe on my visa being taken. I don't have a criminal record, but that doesn't seem to like it will matter
It
anymore.
come for you for
So
the accordion.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, come for the accordion exactly.
yeah,
But the
thank you
imagery of
for.
that song is phenomenal. It was, and then I found it in a book of verses from Ireland years ago, actually in a beautiful place in Massachusetts called um oh, how am I forgetting it? The Book Mill in Montague. The Montague Book Mill, a beautiful place. Um and I found this book there with Irish verse, and this song just stuck out to me straight away. It didn't have any melody in there, so I composed a melody and added the little refrain line to it. Um, but I often what strikes me about traditional song, these old songs, is quite often the imagery and the storytelling. And this doesn't tell much of a story. We don't know why that man is in prison, but it really is a from the heart and real vivid imagery of the person in that one little snapshot of their life as they're sat there in prison, just imagining the world outside that they have lost. And I think that's why that became so poignant again to me recently. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
your history with the song. It's great to know that it's your melody. And
The I did find traditional melodies or melodies that other people had composed after I composed that. And they're way too happy. This is the problem with traditional music often. There's really, really harrowing lyrics accompanied by the most cheerful polka you've ever heard, you know.
that's right. Yeah, no matter how bouncy the melody, if you find yourself in a song, under no circumstances should you go for that walk by the river. Just don't do it. Don't go for the walk. I agree.
Especially it's in the month of May, you know, that's the.
Yeah, that one's the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Um, so this might feel like sort of an abrupt pivot,
yeah.
but in the face of hopelessness, what are you doing to find hope and have hope and joy be part of your life and part of your music?
It's what I'm finding. Well, I'm finding everything incredibly hard. I was here a couple of weeks ago talking about how I just feel pretty hopeless. But what I am finding is that the opportunities to go and play music and play for dancing and playing concerts is pretty magical. And those concerts, I finding the balance right of acknowledging the situation we're in and also just having pure blissful escapism. And I think that's what I think a lot of us, a lot of our friends in Daily Antidote are amazing at doing. Um, and so I'm just really getting a lot of joy of just connecting with community and just having that nice mix of acknowledgement and standing up, but also just blissful community escapism for moments because we do have to refuel. We can't we can't live in this spiral forever, and being able to get out and dance and play for a room full of hundreds of dancers is just it's magic. It's that's been my soul
Yeah,
enricher, you know.
good. Well,
How about yourself?
uh, same. The ways that I'm connected in community and
Mm.
the chance to show up for that, to to share music, but to be in conversation um, about music and to
Hmm.
really show up for the experiences that listeners and audience are having and what they're hearing in the music that we're sharing. Um, to me is helping strike the balance between you know staying present and informed and staying functional.
Yeah.
So as you know, we here at Daily Antidote of Song are known for our smooth segues, and so given what you just shared, got any upcoming events, Alex?
Well, I've got a that was sorry. You're as good a seguer as I am, and I'm very proud. So this, no, it does fit in though. It's about that bringing
Yeah.
communities
Got
together.
any places that
Yeah.
we can find this joy and connection on display in
Well,
person?
some of you here will know that I work for Revels North in New England, up in New Hampshire, Vermont. Um, and we have an awesome, talking of sort of community gathering, we have an awesome event coming up on the 6th of April and we have a day-long singing choral workshop, followed by a concert in the evening, known as the Revel Spring Sing. And we're delighted that the workshop and the concert are going to be headlined by our dear friend here at the Daily Antidote of Song, the wonderful Andy Davis, which is wonderful. He also is a singer and an accordion player. I don't know what it is, and he lives in Brattleboro. There's something about him. But I'm really excited. So if any of you happen to be in New England or want an adventure for an exciting day of harmony singing with Andy Davis and a beautiful concert, you can check out the Revels North website, which is revelsnorth.org. And sadly, at this point, won't be an online option for the concert. But we have a new space in Lebanon, New Hampshire, which is our own space, and so I'm on the slow starting of working out how to make some of the events we do in that space accessible online as well. So you'll have to watch this space for that, but it won't be ready in time for April because it's a part-time staff organization, and I don't have that much time.
That sounds wonderful and very far away from me in Seattle. Do I have any opportunities to see you coming up?
Oh, someone is recalling our conversation. Yeah, no, I'm coming to Seattle next month. Woo! I'm actually coming to do a few shows with another friend of the Daily Antidote of Song, Audrey Jaber, a wonderful fiddle player and singer who currently living in San Diego. But at the end of next month, we're going to be playing a contra dance and a couple of English country dances and a concert in Seattle, and then we're heading across and we're going to Olympia. And then we're doing a concert down in Corvallis, Oregon, and Portland, Oregon as well. And then that tour finishes, and I stay in Portland to play for the amazing Rain Dance Contra Dance weekend as well. Yeah. With my band, the Red Case Band, which will be really, really fun. So you can find that information out on my website as well. But yeah, if there's any, I've never ever been to Washington or Oregon. So if there's any Daily Antidoters out there who want to come and say hi and come meet me, that'll be absolutely magic. It's one of the things I absolutely love about touring now is that everywhere I go, I bump into a Daily Antidoter, and it's just magic. I love it so much.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So glad you're staying active and dragging that accordion around for the people. Got another song for us?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing one song, and then that song that I really felt compelled to sing was not very uplifting and very depressing, and I wanted to sing something more community binding and exciting. And it dawned on me actually when I was picking out songs that this past weekend was the anniversary of the Bread and Roses strike in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Which, if you don't know about it, I don't have a lot of time to go into it, but it was a really inspirational strike led by the women and the immigrants from the mill town, and I think they were on strike for nearly 3 months, and it kind of unionized. I've got all the information in my head, and it all wants to come out, and I don't have time. But it was, let's say, it was very inspirational, and a lot of this strike and following strikes across the country were led very much in motto from a poem written by James Oppenheim, which sort of really took on a big message. One of the big lines in the song, hearts starve as well as bodies, give us bread, but give us roses. And it really became a big union song, and it has remained a really big union song. And I'm sure many of you know this song as well. But it just seemed appropriate to mark this anniversary, as the ending of that strike in 1912, the anniversary just passed this past weekend. So let's sing this magic song of union and standing up called Bread and Roses. This melody was written, I think, in the 60s by Mimi Farina, I believe. This is the one everybody knows, and you can't beat this tune. There's no point in writing a new one. This is just absolutely magic. This, again, it doesn't have a chorus, but it does have a refrain line, which is either bread and roses, But we fight for roses too. I'm bread and roses, and give us bread, but give us roses. But the joy of Daily Antidote, a song, is that you get the lyrics given to you, so you will get it. But the refrain, that refrain, it's not really a refrain, but that little last bit goes, bread and roses, bread and roses. So that should do it for you. And let's just sing this. I mean, there's so many things to sing this song for right now. So. We go marching, marching in the beauty of the day. 1,000,000 darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill-lofts grey, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. As we come marching, marching, we battle too for men, for they are in the struggle. Together we shall win. Our days shall not be sweated from the birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. Marching, marching, unnumbered women dead go crying through our singing, their ancient call for bread, small art and love and beauty, their trudging spirits new. Yes, it's bread that we fight for, but we fight for roses too. As we go marching, marching, we're standing proud and tall. The rising of the women means the rising of us all. No more drudge and elder that toil when one reposes, but the sharing of life's glories, bread and roses, bread and roses. But sharing of life's glories, bread and roses, bread and roses. Well sung, everybody. Well done.
Thank you, Alex. It's a Tucson day. That's always that's a good way to start it off. Thank you all so much for joining day 1809 of the Daily Antidote of Song. While Alex was playing, I got curious and I looked up in the year 1809, the first American woman to receive a patent. That happened in 1809. Mary Keyes, a method of weaving straw with silk. Isn't the internet fantastic? Yes. That's worth an accordion sting, if anything.
I mean, I've got to use the accordion for what it's stereotypically used for, right? It's either polkas or fanfares, so...
It's absolutely. I approve. Let's because it's a daily antidote song. You can do this every day. So tomorrow will be 1810. But let's talk about who's coming up. The week started with Joe Jenks. It was probably a pretty good fit for St. Patrick's Day. Joe's responsible for dragging me into this whole operation, and Joe has even dragged me to Ireland. We had a first timer, Suzanne Brindamore, on the 18th. Alex Cumming happened today. Let's thumbs and hearts in the chat and wavies in the screens for Alex again. Tomorrow, day 1810, will be Namvala from the UK. Got another first timer happening on the 21st, Marie Lynn Hammond. Aileen Vance on the 22nd from California, and Kim Bothan from Vancouver, British Columbia. Alex just learned there is in fact a Vancouver, Washington, just north of Portland. Yes, out here in the Northwest we have two. So we hope to see you for those. Thanks again to those joining on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm Wes Waddell. This has been day 1809. This has been great. And let's wave y'all out of the room. Nan in Michigan, Jenny in Suffolk, Kathy in California, Susan G in Cincinnati, Arlene in Berkeley, Bonnie in Boise, Marion in Brighton, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Baba Jim in Maryland, Marie Lynn Hammond, Tom Armstrong, Sue in Seattle, Neil in Boston, Carolyn in Boise, Kath in the UK, Athena in Brooklyn, Ruth in Birmingham, Bob in Albany, Bob and Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Lynn and Cliff in Vermont, Jonathan in Rhode Island, Gary in Massachusetts, Kathy in Colorado, Jamie in Victoria, Clive in Birmingham, Trish in Victoria, Hoda in BC, Storm, Delhi in Maryland, Linda on Orcas, Nancy in Washington State, Monet in Berkeley, Linda in California, Fred, Aloysius, Massachusetts, Don Peabody, Anna in Boston, Phil in Totnes, Loriana, Katrina, Courtney, and some three dots, who knows what the text says, and Christine. Thank you all so much. Song on, everyone.
Thank you so much, Wes Waddell. That was beautiful hosting, and Alex Cumming. That was a really lovely ride today. Thank you. I just want to remind everybody that we have a daily Antidote of Song meetup tonight as part of our racial justice series. Please join us tonight at the Living Legacy virtual event. There are details about it in the chat. You can register and you can donate, but you can also register even if you are not paying. So we hope to see lots of you there tonight. Our own Reggie Harris will be opening the event with some music. So it's a great way to come together, think a little bit more about everything that's going on in the world. I'm going to botch the title, but I think it's how lies become truth. So really, really good time to be sitting in a conversation like that. Hope to see you all there. Thanks again, everybody. And let's give another big hand to Wes and Alex.
Thank you, everybody.